Hey everybody, this is Praxis and I'm doing a test of a live stream. I've been thinking about doing live streams for the new Devil's Countdown series, which is coming up, and I thought it might be nice if once a month there was kind of a live stream option where I could interact with people, because there's a lot of questions I'm sure that people have about building one's own home or homestead or any of that kind of stuff. There are so many pieces of it, and I thought a great way of addressing that would be to do a live stream. So it's like 9:30 in the morning on Friday. We have a video coming out tonight. It's a huge, long one. It's related to alien invasion, so you should definitely check that out, or not. Whatever's your preference there. And I'm just kind of curious what this thing is. I'm wondering if people are going to pop up, because sometimes when I release a video, there's people that jump on it right away. So I'm wondering if anyone's going to jump into this live chat. Apparently messages can be sent to me. I would be doing this in a little bit cleaner, more professional way if I were to do this for the series. But at this point, just the easiest way for me to learn things is by doing them. So right now I'm just doing it and seeing what I can learn from it. As of the moment, I'm the only one here. So, I don't know if I'm doing it incorrectly or if it's just one of those things where, the channel's just really unpopular. I'm not really certain. If you are watching this right now, maybe, oh wait, David Frazier says hi. Hey, David, how's it going? I'm just curious, David, how did you learn of this chat, that it was going on? Did it come up as a notification on your phone or something like that? I'd be curious if you wouldn't mind letting me know how this came up. When I do this for the real thing, with the series, and actually, David, I'm not sure when you jumped on board, but let's see. Okay, David says notifications. Let him know about it. Yeah, David, I don't know if you heard earlier. What I'm thinking about doing is for the new series coming up, the no, not Alien Invasion. That's the one we've been doing. For the series that is about building a new homestead, I was thinking, okay, Brandon says that notifications let him know. And okay, yeah, so, and David knows it's about the homestead. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing a series of live streams about the homestead, where there could be questions asked and things like that. I'm not going to necessarily do that here and now because I thought it might be nice if Amber was here with me. And, it's 9:30 in the morning, but she's still in bed, which is not uncommon. So, I thought I might set it up and, people could send questions, and I would do it probably, I think at the 4:30 time is when I would do it. And, or maybe not 4:30. I don't know. That probably wouldn't be a good time for a lot of people because a lot of people get out of work at 4:30 on Friday. I'd probably put out a question. What do you guys think? Well, when would be a good time to do live streams? I kind of like the Friday night thing, but a lot of people are, have lives. I don't necessarily have a life, so that's not a problem for me. But I wonder when would be a good time, like Friday evening, maybe a little bit later. I don't know. Do you guys have any thoughts on that? Dad on YouTube says good morning. I've talked with Dad on YouTube before, and Dave Frazier. I think you and I have had some comments back and forth as well. Okay, Brandon's saying that 16:30 is the second milking for his cows. Do you actually work on a dairy farm or something? I used to do a bunch of videos for New England dairy industry stuff. It was I don't remember. I think we were just kind of popularizing New England dairy and stuff like that. It's a hard life, the people that do that kind of stuff. We went around to dairy farms all over New England, and that you guys work hard for your money. Okay, Dave seems to think that evening would be good. Oh, okay, Brandon, it's just a hobby farm. Do you? I'm just curious. Do you actually get all your milk and cheese? Do you make cheese from that? I'm just curious, Brandon. Brandon here in the chat says that he does hobby milking of a cow. It seems like a kind of a full-time thing. I mean, those cows, they fill up, they need to be milked all the time. Let's see who, Andrew Peterman just jumped on. I have a broken leg. It was a rough Christmas, but I'm game for any time. And of course, my phone's ringing right now too. I don't know. Some local number. I get a lot of. Maybe I can just hang up on them. This is very unprofessional so far, isn't it? So anyway, anyone who's just joining, what I'm thinking about doing here is I want to do a live stream in relation to the new series I have coming up about building a homestead. I thought it'd be a great opportunity to take questions from people and respond to particular interests that anyone might have. Let's see, new things coming up. I'm thinking about doing it with Amber, so that Amber can kind of read comments and kind of refer me to things like all the like terrifying troll comments. We could just eliminate. Okay, so Brandon gets fresh milk, butter, and ghee. Ghee is the least. Well, maybe I'm wrong on this. Brandon, correct me if I'm wrong, but ghee seems to be like super butter is like all the things that are awesome and like artery clogging with butter. It's like ghee is that times 10. That's my impression. Anyway, it's very delicious though. I have that a lot in Indian food. So anyway, I don't want to go on and on. Thank you everyone for jumping on board and letting me know that this actually works and that there are people watching this. At the beginning of this video, I let everyone know that at the end of I'm looking at the calendar I have up here. I have to practice eye discipline when I do these live things. I want to let everyone know that tonight there is a massive video coming out. It relates to alien invasion. I don't expect for y'all to watch the whole thing, but I was working on. Yeah, actually, this will be like a secret between us. I wanted, when the second season of Alien Invasion starts, what I wanted to do, because it's going to be a while, because we're going to do the whole, I picked the worst title for this new series coming up, Devil's Countdown. I can never remember the title. I don't know if you can tell. I stutter almost every time whenever I've said it in any of the videos. But we've got this Devil's Countdown thing coming. Yeah, I stuttered again. Devil's Countdown's coming up, and it's going to be a long time before we get to the second season of Alien Invasion. That was because I really wanted to do it right. I knew I couldn't do a good job doing the Alien Invasion series while I'm, also building the house and doing videos about the house and my regular job and dad work and everything like that. And I didn't want to cheap out. I could have cheaped out. I could have kept it going, made shorter episodes, but I didn't want to do that. So wanted to put it off and, start it up later. And I thought by the time I do that, a lot of people are probably going to forget about, what the plot was and everything. So I wanted to edit down the entire first season into a movie. I got some more comments here. Oh, Prepper Gourmet just jumped on. Hey, Prepper Gourmet, you and I talk a lot. If you do the live stream multiple times, maybe you can vary the time in order to get different folks' schedules. Oh, that's not a bad idea. We could jump it around. I'm like kind of like a consistency nut. Like I love everything organized, but yeah, maybe we could kind of make a couple times. Yeah, we could do that. Maybe I could do it a couple times, and then like the first one would be like the lousy version, because that's the way it usually is with me. I mean, this is the first time I'm doing this, and you can tell it's obvious right there. And then the second time it comes up, that'd be like the more polished version. So it's like you get in the gate early and get the garbage, or you come in the second time. That's a good idea, Prepper Gourmet. Thank you for that. Dad on YouTube says he hopes the aliens don't invade while NASA is shut down. Did you guys see what happened in Manhattan on Thursday? There's cool pictures. Google alien invasion NASA. And what's the date for last Thursday? Today's the 27th. Yeah, December 27th. Alien invasion, Manhattan. There's some cool pictures. It looks like it was just a electrical fire, but it looks like something out of an alien invasion movie. Yeah. So anyway, I was thinking about cutting down the entire first season of Alien Invasion to just be like a 2-hour movie. So people could refresh themselves when the second season comes out and everything. I thought that'd be kind of fun. And the whole thing is like, it's like 6 hours of content to cram down into that. So I figured, well, the first step is I just string all the episodes together and make one long thing. And then I just start, pulling and like try to pare it down. So you get the basic story, maybe a few of the prepping lessons, like the canning episode that could deal with having some material removed from it. That's a long episode, and it's just about canning. So I figured I'd do that. I made the entire live stream, and not live stream, made the entire giant stream. See, this is what I'm going to have Amber when I do these real live streams, because she can kind of check the comments. Someone else just jumped in. Calvin Stevens, welcome. I'm retired, so anytime's good for Calvin, but evening would be best for most people, I think. And I think it would be for myself as well, because especially if Amber's going to be helping me. She's still asleep right now. It's 9:42 Eastern time right now, and still in bed up there somewhere. So yeah, I thought it'd be nice if Amber helped me. So anyway, getting back to the story about how tonight's episode for Alien Invasion came to be, is I put together this gigantic entire run of the entire series, and I was like, I could upload this. So it is just about exactly 6 hours long. In fact, I padded out the end because it was like a few seconds shy of 6 hours. So I padded out the end. It's exactly 6 hours long. That's what's coming tonight. It's a gigantic 6-hour run of the entire Alien Invasion series. So if you want to binge watch, you don't have to jump around and click to all the different things. It's all right there. Again, I don't expect anyone to watch it, but it's like it kind of made itself in the process of making the 2-hour movie, which I haven't finished that yet. Like I just got the whole thing put together, and then I'm going to be cutting it down, later on. We'll have time over the next several months to do that. But yeah, that's what's coming out tonight. New Year's Eve, you want something on in the background, you want to give it like a lousy Praxis Prepper Alien Invasion kind of, motif to your evening while you wait for the clock. Did I say tonight? Yeah, I meant New Year's Eve. You could have that going. Some other people jumping on. Oh, hey, Anna Lee Brown, Praxis in the morning. Yeah, what's really awkward about the live stream is I don't know who's coming in and like who I'm repeating stuff. So, bear with me. I'm going to tell Anna Lee Brown what's going on. I wanted to practice a live stream because I'm thinking about doing live streams in relation to the new series coming out about homestead building. I thought it'd be a great way to, answer any questions. Since I got y'all early this morning, are there any things you guys would like to see in the new Alien Invasion series? I keep saying the Alien Invasion series. You do it for a year, and it's like just what comes out of my mouth. I mean, the new Devil's Countdown series. Are there any things that you would like to see highlighted as that comes out? I've got some comments coming through. Good morning, Praxis, from Brandon Braxton, who is supposed to be doing. Brandon Braxton is a long time. Oh wait, no, I got you confused with someone else. Do I, Brandon? No, Brandon. I was confusing you with another Brandon, I think. Yeah, I get your icon. Yeah, Brandon is a cool guy that works at I think, a machine shop or something like that. Been a longtime supporter of the channel, both emotionally, and I think he's jumped over on Patreon. Thank you. Welcome. Yeah, Brandon, we're doing a test of a live stream this morning. Yep, yeah, I got the right one. There's another Brandon that has been promising me that he's going to do a solid parody of my channel and Canadian Prepper's channel, and one other prepping channel. I'm really excited to see that. I love being roasted, but in a quality way. I'd love to really be humiliated by some real quality satire of my channel, and there's plenty to pick up on. There really is. Just these mannerisms alone are fodder for everyone. Anna Lee Brown, my kids would actually like AI in a whole play. So Anna Lee Brown does not immediately reject the 6-hour-long video. So again, that's just for people to check it out if you want to. We got Falstaff Awakens joining us. A binge is a great idea. Yay! Well, we'll see how many people actually watch through it when it comes out. Where are the hoes at? Well, if by hoes you mean females in the house, sleeping this morning. When I do these live streams, I'd love it if Amber was with me. So it'd be easy if one person was kind of checking the comments. So far, we don't have any trolls. That's awesome. But I imagine that might come up. So like Amber could kind of be like sifting through the comments and saying what I should be addressing. Okay, 100th Meridian jumped on it. It says, it would be interesting if Monica came back, at least in one video. I have talked to her about that. I've talked to her about, we were going to maybe try for something in the first season, but it just didn't work out. We've just been very busy. And, we're living 2 hours apart. When I was shooting with her, she actually lived in the same town that I had been living in the first homestead. So it was really convenient. But even at that point, it's like we were always cramming it in around her job and everything. But, in the second season, I'm going to really try to get Monica back. And, I think it would be cool if her character was like really badass or something, just like a real character change when she comes back. Let's see, we got some more people in here. Hey, from Portugal, it's Sergio Santos jumping on board. What? Oh, so you're like in the afternoon over there. Afternoon, something like that. You're not in the morning anyway. It's like 9:40 where I am right now, but Amber's still asleep. Let's see. Brandon, not what I meant. I was going with the parody thought. Oh wait, I see. Oh, where's the hose at? Okay. Oh yeah, because I mentioned where's the hose at. See, I got two brains working here. And yeah, okay. And Sergio winks at me in a totally just normal, friendly way, I'm sure. So yeah, I guess that's it. Did anyone have any questions or suggestions on what you would like to see in the live streams when I do it, in terms of questions to ask, like ways of setting it up or anything like that? I guess this is a live stream about doing the live stream. Let's see. I'll wait for a moment to see if anyone has, but otherwise I don't want to take up everybody's morning. This is really just a test, and I thought it was just going to be me all by myself the entire time. So thank you all for joining me for this. It's much less lonely. I would turn the computer over because River's over here watching some videos. What are you watching, River? Oh, it's that new Mario game with the hat. He's watching some live plays of that. So I would turn it, but it's like, honestly, all my wires would get messed up. And so I'm not going to do that. So you're just stuck with me. Um, okay, okay. Wow, there's a lot of things coming through here. This is why I need my cohort. Okay, so Brandon's asking, is the homestead going to be hand tools kind of thing? You know, when I did the first homestead, I began it before they dropped power on the site, and I didn't have any of my solar panels and everything. I was just kind of starting off being into the prepping thing. Wow, these are going so fast that I have to like keep up with them. So I did do some hand tool work on the first homestead, and that has informed my decision to try to avoid that this time. I have a solar power kind of setup that I'm going to be using to charge batteries. I am going to try to bring power dropped down to the site because I do want to have an internet connection there that would facilitate this kind of stuff. And you know, if the power company will drop a free power line there for me, I think they do like 1 or 2 power lines into your lot, then I can use that. I don't think I really want to even connect to the grid, because then you have like the meter stuck to your house, and there's a big RF bubble around those things all the time. And you know, I usually turn off my internet and Wi-Fi at night so you can sleep and your body can at least be free of Wi-Fi and all that RF signal stuff at night. But yeah, I'm planning on using power for the build, but it'll probably be off-grid power, at least for the beginning. Let's jump in and see. There's a lot of people saying things. I don't want to miss anybody. Some political insight. I don't have any at all. I'm sorry, Neo. Let's see. Is a homestead? Okay, I'm redundant there. Really? Okay, so Brian Perry is asking, really looking forward to the homestead content. I'm also looking to do something similar where I live. Yeah, I know that was one of the reasons I wanted to share this with everyone. I know it's a dream of so many people. Ever since I built my first homestead, and I envisioned myself doing another homestead. So even when I was building that one, I was almost kind of dreaming of the second one. It's just such it's such an enriching thing to do in your life, really, to just get the feeling of building your own nest. I mean, all animals in the world do that kind of, except for humans most of the time. We have someone else come in and we, build our house. And I just think it's such a important aspect of being a living organism, to create your own living space and everything like that. I think maybe that's one of the reasons there's all this like buzz about like home decorating and everything, because that's like some way that people can kind of get their hands into it a little bit, but really making your own structure. It's just a wonderful feeling. I'm looking forward to doing it the second time, and I've been through it, so I know what a pain in the ass it's going to be. Let's see what else we have here. Annalie Brown's asking, I'm just here putting off going to make breakfast, so it's all good. Okay, well, I'm glad I'm helping with that, Annalie Brown. Prepper Gourmet has a comment. I'd like Praximus to call you, but not sure you can arrange that. What, are you not entertained? Are you not entertained just with me alone? It's a Gladiator reference. Maximus Praximus. Yeah. Oh, Praximus was the oh, that was from way back. I did my great grandfather or something like that. Yeah, he was from Rome, and he was bemoaning the fall of the collapse, the slow collapse of the Roman Empire, at least on the western side. Dad on YouTube is gonna need to assign a few wrenches to help snipe trolls along. Yeah. I was thinking Amber could kind of feel that, so that we can just ignore all that and just kind of go with the positive stuff. I'm definitely planning on doing that, so I'm not like reading through like blah 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 beep 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 beep. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Brandon Braxton saying, as far as the homestead, I'd like to see the electrical plumbing install. I'm assuming that you're running DC in the wall. I'm actually not going to run DC in the walls. What I'm planning on doing is yeah, I know, I understand the advantages and benefits of that, but having the inverter going, it's probably the inverter. Okay, for you guys who aren't familiar with it, there's AC and DC power. It's not just a band. AC is alternating current, DC is direct current, and AC is kind of like the electrons zigzagging back and forth, and DC is more of a kind of a simple, it's like a stream kind of thing going. And DC has some benefits, especially if you're having solar. The power that comes out of a solar panel is DC coming directly out of it. But AC has the benefit of not losing voltage over distance without having like super massive wires. And I just didn't want to get into the hassle of having all the DC cabling in the walls and everything, because it's really expensive. I've already pre-bought a lot of my wire because I had a 10% off coupon at Home Depot. So I bought like all the expensive small stuff that I could, the Romex cable that goes through the walls. I bought a bunch of solar wire. A bunch of other things. My car was really heavy. At the end, I packed it as much as I could. But yeah, I was going to just do AC in the walls because I think the inverters are going to be going most of the time anyway, because there'll be things running like, you know, Wi-Fi, internet and stuff. So the inverter is always going to kind of always be on anyway. So I didn't see it as being a problem, just having it trickle out to the lights and everything. And I will be sharing all the plumbing and everything. I can't do the plumbing in my state. I'm hiring someone to do the plumbing, or at least I think I can't do the drain plumbing. I can do the supply plumbing, the copper stuff, but I can't do the drain plumbing. Someone else is going to take care of that. And there's going to be a lot of gray water applications too. So actually, I am going to be doing all the plumbing that I do after I get the occupancy permit. There's going to be, like, you know, the regular plumbing to get approved, and then I got all these plans where I'm going to add this and do that and reroute this and everything like that, because I didn't want to do the gray water as part of that, because it's a whole other thing and everything. Let's see. We got some music going over here, but I'm glad this is copyright clear YouTube music that I'm familiar with, so this video won't get flagged as being a copyright infringement. Let's see. See, this is why I need Amber. Okay, yeah, so I'm caught up now. So Dad on YouTube is saying, point out lessons learned between homestead builds. Absolutely, I'm going to be doing a lot of comparisons between, you know, what I did in the last one, why I want to change it, and everything like that. Because learning by mistakes is a great way to learn. That's my best way, because I make so many of them. I've thought of Brandon is saying, I've thought of dual fuel generators, propane and gas. Yeah, I wasn't going to do a generator with the gas, but I am going to be doing propane on site, you know, for cooking. Although I'm thinking about having an oven that'll just run off electric. If this red house I'm in right now, the normal house, I'm sorry, I can't go to the normal house little, you know, whatever that old TV show was opening, because I don't know how to do that with these live streams. But there are panels on the roof, and I'm still doing really good on solar energy. It's in the middle of winter, and I still haven't had an electric bill. So I'm wondering, maybe if I just throw some extra panels out, it may be silly for me not to just do that and run my stove off of the electric panel. So I'm kind of between those. I haven't fully decided, but yeah, I'm not going to be doing electrical generation with fuels. It's just going to be solar, because it's worked so well for me so far. I mean, I know there's merits to them, but solar's worked really great for me so far. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, Prepper Gourmet says, don't worry, we are entertained. I don't need to, like, rip off my shirt and carry a sword or anything. So that's good. Okay, LLLL. Briefly, what are a few major changes you're implementing this time with the build? Okay, yeah. Some of the big changes that we're going to, okay, this is starting to tread very close into, like, what the actual videos are, but because you guys all got up with me, I'm going to jump into this stuff now. Some of the biggest changes I'm going to be doing are better handling of the way humidity and heat move throughout the house. I did not do a lot of, when I was building the first homestead, my prior experience was living in a trailer, in a campground, like a literal trailer, like a camper trailer in a campground. I thought that would be, like, great and fun, and it was. In 3 seasons of the year, it was pretty miserable in the winter, especially when the heater broke down. Yeah, that was where I was coming from. So I wasn't really thinking about the idea of moving air and heat and humidity through the house and everything. So in the last homestead, the upstairs got reasonably warm in the summertime, and you know, the basement always kind of stayed kind of a stable temperature. And I did some, like, retrofitting of, like, some blowers to kind of get some more stable basement air up, to kind of circulate the air around. But I'm definitely doing more circulation of air. That's something that I think if you take for granted, it's going to be a problem. So way up at the top of the house, there's going to be a chance. Someone actually sent me a super, what are they called? I get $2 from Let's Talk About Prepping, this super chat thing. Thank you very much for that. That's awesome. Now I actually know that they work. It's this thing where, like, if you think I'm, like, entertaining, you can send, like, a donation through this. That's awesome of you. I don't actually know how I get that money. It's sitting in an account somewhere, but thank you very much for that. I was thinking about doing a bit of a fund drive. I don't know how you guys feel about this image here. There are things that I could use. This is my regular YouTube camera there are things I could use to plug this in, so I'd have better audio and better video quality than just using my webcam. I was thinking of doing a fund drive for that later on. Actually, I'd probably use my really awesome camera if I did that. But you know, at this point, we're just stuck with this thing. So anyway, yeah, I was talking about the idea of circulating the air. It's really important to do that because you know, that way you're taking the cool air from the lower areas, bringing it up to the top, taking the warm air from the upper areas, bringing it down to the bottom. It just makes the whole environment more livable. Also, humidity was a big thing in the last house. I really need to handle humidity better. I need to do better air exchangers. So I'm going to be doing that in this house, as well as designing the gray water systems right into it. There's a lot of other changes, and I'll talk about more about those later, but there are a lot of differences, and I'll definitely be sharing those. Let's see what else we have here. Brandon's asking, can DC run through AC lines without the dreaded DC loss? Well, yeah, I totally can. As a matter of fact, here at this regular house, I've got my solar panels out in the front. I think on Monday, yeah, on Monday, there's a video coming up about my solar panels. I put them outside, and they're running a lot of things here in the house quite frequently, this computer, but not in the morning because it's kind of rainy today. I'm probably pulling in like 15 watts right now off of them at the moment. But yes, you could. Copper is copper, wire is wire. The only problem is that AC lines they tend to be designed smaller because they don't have to worry about that loss of energy going through them. Whereas DC lines, there's an understanding that they need to be bulkier to not have that voltage loss. But you can run DC through an AC line. And what I'm planning on doing is I have my battery bank way on the north side of the house over here, sitting on the basement floor. Got 10 batteries from the old house I brought over. They're all wired up in series. And I've got my panels over here. And what I'd like to do is just run wires to them. Now, I mentioned earlier, I don't know if I stressed it, but I did go to Home Depot. I had a 10% off coupon, and I bought a bunch of wire, including a bunch of DC cable. I think I bought like 4-gauge. I forget. I think it was 4-gauge wire. This stuff's expensive. It was like $400 or something like that for a spool of it. But I'm a little reluctant to cut it up because, to make the run here because, like, I want to save that for the real deal. So what I was thinking I'm going to do here, and I actually picked up some stuff when I was just over at the regular Homestead the other day, is I'm going to just take some extension cords and use the 3 lines that run through them, the positive, negative, and ground. I'm going to just attach them all together and run and take 2 extension cords and use the 2 extension cords as 2 wires that will run the power from the solar panels down to the batteries. So that way it's like I'm not having to cut up wires or anything like that. And it's going to be a little jerry-rigged, but running the power through 3 wires, they're all the same. It's kind of, I mean, the electrons don't know whether they're separated by, into different wires or not. So it's like you can take 3 wires and make 3 times the bulk. So I'm planning on kind of using AC wires, just regular extension cord. Oh wow, another super chat thing from Mike Loberg. Thanks, Mike, for that. And he says, "I'll see your $2 and raise you 75 cents." The bidding's on, people. Thank you very much for that. Now I know that they actually function and work and everything. So yeah, I am planning on doing that. Let's see. Got to actually scroll through these comments. There's so many here. I think I'm going to do this. I'll do this for another 10 minutes. We'll go to 10:10. How about we'll go to 10:10 and then we'll call it, because we are going to be doing more of these. Obviously, this is something that people like. So I hope you like it. Let's see what other questions we have. I'll get to as many as I can, and then again, we'll be doing these more later. For all you guys joining right now, I'm just going to say this is a test run for something I'm planning on doing for the new Devil's Countdown series. I want to do like once a month, or maybe more than once a month if people really enjoy it. I want to do this kind of thing because the Devil's Countdown, it's going to be like kind of like the quasi-fictional series, and I'm going to be building everything, but I'm sure there's lots of direct questions you guys are going to have that you'd love to ask me. And the easiest way, I think, to learn things is either to do it yourself, make the mistakes and everything, or ask someone that's been through it before. So I thought this would be a great format that we could do that. So that's why I want to do this test run, because I had no idea how to do it. Let's see. Where did we leave off here? And Amber's going to be helping me, hopefully, with doing this so that I'm like not getting lost in the comments here. And I apologize if I miss anybody's comments. Let's see. Okay, so LL said I already answered his question. That's good. Doubling up efficiency, multi-use preps. And let's see. Annalie Brown says, well, I've already found 2 new channels I want to check out from the chat. Okay, so I guess there's a great way of popularizing your channels right in the chats here. I got a little thanks from LL. And Annalie Brown says, WTG. What the? Goop. I don't know that one. Super chat. I don't know. Please let me know what WTG means. I don't know that acronym. Let's talk about prepping. Suggests that I should roll into the YouTube. It should roll into my YouTube revenue. Yeah, I guess that would probably make sense. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Brandon Braxton is suggesting AV is pretty good for live. Okay. So I guess I have really fast internet here. I'm out in the sticks, but we have 60 megabit per second internet, which is like crazy fast compared to where I used to be. I could not have done this at the original homestead at all. Okay, Brandon's saying where he lives in northern MO, that's Missouri, I think. A lot of old houses still around from the 40s. My advice is an attic fan. Yeah, that's what I was pretty much going to do for the air circulation. Is there's going to be a conduit up at the top, and it's going to grab all the hot, moist air and bring it down to the lower area of the house. And I think I'm going to have it run past an air exchanger, so I can run that air that's going to be more humid into the air exchanger, have that be the stuff that goes out, and then fresh, dry air will come in. And that's going to be in the downstairs bathroom area, so you can get dry air into what's otherwise going to be kind of a stagnant room. So keep the air flowing there. I was also thinking about having a little channel go from the bathroom underneath to a little coat closet, because when you bring in your boots and things are wet, it might be nice to have just fresh, warm, dry air running into a coat closet, because then your clothes will dry. So you don't have to like do special things, hang them up, just put them in the closet and they'll be dry. Hey, Brian Perry just jumped on board. Hoping you open another donation avenue since Patreon deplatformed folks. Yeah, I heard about that. I don't know what that was about. I mean, there's always so many sensational things that you see stories on. It's like Patreon banned me, and you watch a video and they're like, I don't know, but it's like something kind of else, and like they banned me because I don't like their new color scheme, so I couldn't go. I don't know if that was the case, but yeah, I saw some stories about that. I don't know what the deal is on that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any immediate plans for anything. So yeah. Have I seen a drop in Patreon given? No, Patreon has actually been really stable for the past several months. It got up to like what I described as kind of being full funding, for the series and everything like that, and it just kind of stayed stable there. I'd like lose a few people, gain a few people, lose a few people, gain a few people. It's been kind of stable, and I really appreciate it. The Patreon funding really, it does allow me to legitimize, doing this kind of stuff. We got 5 minutes left. I'm going to try to stick to the clock here. Yeah, it really has been a game changer for me to be able to do this stuff. I never would have been able to do this kind of stuff. Jamel White says, hi, Jamal. Welcome to our, Jamel, I'm sorry, Jamel. Yeah, well, welcome to our morning podcast. This is not a podcast, live cast. This is a test for something I'm going to be doing later on in relation to the new series on building the homestead and stuff. I thought it'd be great to be able to have a back and forth with people. People could ask questions. I'm thinking about doing this a couple times a month. Raging Elk, which spells elk in kind of a cool way, says, hey there. Hey, Raging Elk. Annalie Brown is delineating her acronym. WTG is way to go. LMAO. I know that one, laughing my ass off. Okay, prepping essentials, welcome. Hi Practice, just caught the tail end of the live chat. Will you be uploading this video as we latecomers didn't, so the latecomers didn't miss anything? I don't know. I was under the impression that it just sort of is gonna be available anyway. I don't know if I have to do anything special. I'll check that when I finish it. This is kind of a test because I don't know what I'm doing. And as I say on my channel all the time, the best way to learn is just by doing things, trying things, making mistakes. I don't think I've made any mistakes yet this morning, except maybe my wardrobe. I don't know. Let's see. So yeah, I wanted to test this out. It seems to be going rather smoothly. I think the one thing I want to change is that I want to have Amber with me when I do these for the real thing, so she can kind of be looking at the comments and like, raising the ones that are like, particular questions. And also I would love it if I could use a better camera for this. I'm just using the webcam. Wow, look at that wide angle lens. That's amazing. Can you focus on my finger? No, I can't. Yeah, I think it'd be nice if it was just a better quality lens, better quality microphone and everything. But yeah, we might do a fundraiser for that later. Let's see. Mike Loberg said, will you be sharing the ideas, specs, and plans here? Yes, I am. I mentioned that the new Devil's Countdown series, we got 3 minutes left. The new Devil's Countdown series is going to be all in VR 360, but I think it's only going to be VR 360 for the stuff that's out on site itself. There are going to be some introductory episodes. Some of them are going to kind of kick off the fantasy plot of it, and the fantasy plot of it is the pandemic flu, and not that it's a fantasy, but it's a fantasy that it's happening right now. So we're going to kick that off, and that's going to be kind of shot more conventionally with regular cameras. And in one of those regular camera videos, I am going to do something where I really go over the plans, talk about like, this is why I did this is why I did that, and everything. So I am going to be going over all that kind of stuff. Let's see, and we got 2 minutes left. Brandon likes the idea. Dave Frazier says, get a job. I'll be looking out later. Gotta get bunny house building. See you later. Get job. Great job? Or is he telling I should get a job? I do have a job that I fill in more and more of. It's this Praxis channel, because I'm able to do that with some of the funding on Patreon. But I do have another job in special effects and things like that, and modeling, clearly. Annalie Brown says, "Ooh, your drying rack in the background. Do you like that one?" Yeah. I've got a couple of them. There's one back here, one back here. I love drying racks, especially in this really leaky house. I was kind of thinking, I had a great clothesline set up at the first homestead. I got 1 minute left. I had a great clothesline set up at the last house. This house was going to be kind of tricky. There was no place to really run a clothesline, but it's so drafty and dry in this house that I can dry the clothes right inside. It works out really great. I have not owned a dryer in, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years or something like that. Really not a big issue, and it saves an enormous amount of energy and money. I got 1 minute left. I'm going to try to get to as many as I can, and then obviously there's an idea that works, so we'll be doing more of these. Brandon says, good call on the chat Praxis. Okay. Savage Survival. Hey, my hero for getting me going on Patreon. Hey, Praxis. We're just doing a test run of a live stream, because I think we're going to be doing these when we get into the new series. And now there's a private conversation between Dad on YouTube and Savage. I'm right here, the private conversation's continuing, and it's 10:10. So hey, well, thank you all so much for showing up, and thank you to Michael. And let's talk about prepping. By the way, if you haven't checked out Let's Talk About Prepping's channel, he's releasing a lot of great stuff. It keeps coming out. A great new channel. Definitely check him out. Thank you everyone for the super chats. We'll put that towards maybe being able to use the real camera for these things. And yeah, we're going to be doing these things for the new series coming up. So if you got questions, kind of start pooling them. I don't know, maybe we'll start in January. I'm kind of thinking like maybe the first Friday in January we do it, and the idea came up, maybe do a couple of them. Maybe we'll do it like the first and the third. Maybe like we did with Alien Invasion, first and third. We'll do these kind of things. So that's it. Glad to see you all here this morning. Have a wonderful day. And what do I usually say on the regular videos? Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. I can't fade out though. How do I fade out? Oh, it says end stream. Bye.